this question is on Erikson cycle. Now here 1, 2, 3, 4 represent Erikson cycle on TS diagram and on PV diagram. So from here we can see that heat transfer occurs at constant temperature, that is heat rejection is occurring at 1 to 2 at temperature 300 Kelvin, and heat input is occurring at constant temperature 1200 K, that is 3 to 4. Similarly in PV diagram, 1 to 2 is constant temperature process and 3 to 4 is constant temperature process, heat addition, and heat rejection is 1 to 2. So and 4 to 1, here you can see that constant pressure process, constant pressure compression. It is constant pressure compression process and constant pressure exhaustion, constant pressure exhaustion process. So here you can see that 2 to 3 is constant pressure. There is no heat transfer in at 2 to 3 and 4 to 1. 2 to 3 is compression, 4 to 1 is expansion at constant pressure both. So given data is at the beginning of isothermal compression, that is 1 to 2. Here you can see that 1 to 2. What is given? Temperature is given. Heat out is given. So at isothermal compression 1 to 2, heat released is 150 kilojoule per kg. Okay, here heat released 150 kilojoule per kg. Temperature is given, at initial temperature is given, so T1 would be equal to T2, obviously 300 Kelvin. Pressure is given, initial pressure, so initial pressure must be equal to P4, P1 must be equal to P4, so 120 kPa, and maximum temperature is given for at which the heat input is taking place. T3 is equal to T4 is equal to 1200 Kelvin. So few things are needed to be found. Maximum pressure, that is, what would be the maximum pressure here? Here you can see P2 or P3, because they are same, so we have to find P2 or P3, that is the maximum pressure. Net work output per unit mass and thermal efficiency. So let's see how we can find. So now let's say 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is isothermal compression. Yes, so entropy change for isothermal compression would be S2 minus S1, so because it is at constant temperature, that is T1, and heat rejection, that is why the negative sign is here. So given data, we just putting the given data here, 150 heat rejection and 300 Kelvin is temperature at 1. So we get the entropy change from 1 to 2, that is minus 0.5 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now we all know the equation for entropy change is also this, that is specific heat of air logarithmic T2 over T1 minus gas constant logarithmic ratio of pressure P2 over P1. Since T1 is equal to T2, so this term would be 0, and the only term remains is this minus R ln P2 over P1. So R would be 0.287, ln P2 we have to find, P1 is given 120, S2 minus S1 given minus 0.5, we have calculated here. So just putting these value in and taking exponent on both sides, we get P2 is equal to 685 kilopascal. Now net work output, this has to be calculated. So for that we know the in a cycle net work produced must be equal to net heat input in the cycle. So the net heat input would be Q in, that is heat input minus heat out. So W is equal to net work produced is equal to Q in minus Q out. Now let's calculate Q in. How can we calculate it? It would be, that is from 3 to 4. Let's 1 minute. So 3 to 4 is heat input, that is at constant temperature. So we can say the entropy change we can say the entropy change, that is 3 to 4 is S4 minus S3 is equal to Q in divided by T3. Okay, yeah, so that is S4 minus S3 is equal to Q in by T3, and it is also equal to minus R ln T4 by P3. I have neglected here the temperature term because it is obviously going to be 0 because T3 is equal to T4, that's why. So P4 is equal to P1, we know that. P3 is equal to P2, given. So just putting the values, T3 we know, R know, pressures know, both the pressures know. Putting the value, Q in, that is heat input, comes out to be 600 kilojoule per kg. So the net heat produced, net work produced would be Q in 600 minus Q out 150 would be 450 kilojoule per kg. Now the third thing we have to find is thermal efficiency. It's simple. Thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency is net work produced, net heat input. So net work produced is 450 kilojoule per kg. Net heat input is 600 kilojoule per kg. So dividing, we get 0.75. So 75% would be the thermal efficiency of the cycle.